folk influence, and we try to look at some of the Himachali stuff, looking at where the film is shot, and yeah, I mean, we try to make it as indie and folky, keeping in with the theme of the film.
And there's a big 60s vibe, like 60s hippie counterculture vibe in the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and I think we did a good job.
M-Cream is actually a story about the new generation in India today, and we're very excited to be releasing the film in India on the 22nd of July. The film has a wonderful and very fresh cast, and we had a wonderful time shooting it. It's a road movie. It's also India's first stoner movie, so that's very exciting. So basically, Himachal mein gaon hai. There's a village called Malana, and M-Cream is a very famous and a very notorious drug from that village, which is very popular with the young people and the youth of India today. And so the story is about these four friends who go on this road trip in search of M-Cream. तो इस फिल्म में कुछ नए नए एक्टर्स हैं जैसे माचा, ईरा दुबे, थिएटर के एक्टर्स और फिल्म के एक्टर्स, और कुछ लोकप्रिय एक्टर्स भी हैं जैसे टॉम ऑल्टर, बैरी जॉन जो शाहरुख खान के गुरु हैं एंड वेरी फेमस थिएटर एंड एक्टिंग कोच, और लूशन दुबे भी हैं थिएटर एक्ट्रेस एंड thespian. And it's a very fresh cast, very dynamic cast. Basically, Imad and Ira Dubey are the two leads, along with Oritra Ghosh and Raghav Chanana.
It's actually very unique. Everyone talks about, of course, our parents and our lineage, but I think we are wonderful sort of new generation actors in our own right. We had a wonderful time making the film. When I first read the script, I couldn't think of anyone better to play this part. He's going to hit me for this because he keeps telling everybody that he's nothing like the character. But I don't think that's completely true. And it was a very unique pairing and a very sort of unique relationship. And the whole experience with Imad, with Raghav, with Oritra was a very special and memorable one. As you can see from the trailer, this is a very different, very unique looking film. I don't think we've seen anything like this in India before. So I'm very thrilled and very excited that it's finally coming out. And I'm hoping everyone will love it. You know what's funny is that, and when Oritra comes, maybe she'll also sort of remember this. When I first read the script, I thought Agnay was going to offer me the part of Maggie, which is Oritra's part, because Maggie is more sort of outgoing and vivacious and confident and sort of mupat, and people always see me in that sort of avatar. I don't know why. So because of the way I look, probably. But we are actors, we are performers, and so when I read the script, I picked up the phone and I told Agnay, I said, so it's a beautiful script. I was completely floored by him. Here was a 23-year-old guy who'd just come back from film school. He came to me with a script that was this thick, and he said, this is my first feature film, I've written it, I'm directing it, and I'm funding it. And I was just like, okay, So I was amazed by him, and he's an extremely talented boy, someone to watch out for. This is just his first feature film, he's so young. So I picked up the phone and I remember I said, so lovely script, lovely story, I'm on board, and so I guess, you're offering me Maggie, and he was like, no, actually I'm offering you Jay. And Jayashree's character is unlike anything I've ever played before. She's a very internal character, very strong, very quiet. She's a Bengali girl, she's got an activist bent of mind, she believes in causes, she believes in things, and she's very innocent at some level, very idealistic at some level. And how, through the course of the film, Figs and her, who are poles apart, when they first meet, one of my favorite moments in the film is when they first meet and they're at a party, at a farmhouse party in Delhi, and it's late at night, and they've been drinking, and so and she's talking to him about all this very serious political stuff, and he just looks at her and he says, who do you think you are, Che Guevara, you think you could change the world? And she says, as seriously, she says, yeah, I think I can. So it's that, and at the beginning of the film they're poles apart, but then through the film obviously they fall in love.
So we shot this film 5 years ago. Basically Agnaya was in his last year of film school, and as a graduate film teacher, graduate film hoti hai, English, Hindi, mix. So they have a graduate film, and as part of his graduation film, he gathered all his colleagues, his students, and they put together this film. They approached us, we came on board. 5 years ago, we shot this film in Manali, in Delhi, and now we're finally seeing the preview at Lightbox, which we're very excited to be here for. It's been a long journey for them, much longer than for us, because we moved on to other projects. But we're really excited to see this project come to light again, and we're here to support it.
This film's really been a lot of hard work for years. We started shooting it way earlier, and then finally we have an Indian release, which is a very big thing. We released in New York, we released in London, and we were all there celebrating, and we won so many awards. It's a really, really special film to me. बहुत खास फिल्म है मेरे लिए because I actually started my career at that time when I was doing this. So it was a great experience, of course, and the cast and crew, and we all know each other for years now. So it's not like a recent release. Maggie is she's a really colorful character. She grew up in Delhi. She comes from a troubled family. Parents के बीच में बहुत problem था while she was growing up. So she's a bit of a, I mean, she's a bit of a difficult person, and she has a mind of her own, and so the road trip is sort of orchestrated by her. She decides that she wants to go for a trip, and that's how everything starts. And she's playing the protagonist's best friend, and over the film you realize how she has feelings or doesn't have feelings and gets confused about it. So
it's a very different type of film. It's a very independent film. I feel that very young directors are making very alternative kind of cinema, and I'm glad that Ira's trying all kinds of films.
मैं यहाँ पे ईरा को सपोर्ट करने आई हूँ. I don't know if many people know this, but वो हमारी फिल्म में है, गौरी शिंदे वाली फिल्म में, शाहरुख वाली फिल्म में, जिसकी टाइटल अभी तक रिलीज नहीं हुई है, जो होने वाली है. बट क्योंकि आई स्पेंड अ लॉट ऑफ माई लास्ट फ्यू मंथ्स एंड not years, months. Lots of time with her, and she's playing my best friend in the film. So I wanted to come out and support her. मैं film देख नहीं सकती क्योंकि I have to go home and I have some other commitments. But I definitely want to give her lots of love. And she's a brilliant actress. उनकी मम्मी भी बहुत brilliant actress है. And her mom has worked with my mom, which is the best thing. So now we are here together.
It was lots of fun. It was an interesting challenge to get into his skin of the character. I thought that though I'm not very similar to him, I saw certain shades of myself in the character. So it was quite enjoyable to try and live like him for a while. He's a writer, so I did a lot of preparation for that. And kind of really got into his head a little bit for the while we were shooting.
पहले तो 23 साल के बच्चे ने डायरेक्ट किया है. बहुत बड़ी बात है कि एक छोटा बच्चा जो अभी कॉलेज से निकला भी नहीं और डायरेक्ट किया हुआ है, इतने सारे अवार्ड लेकर आया हुआ है. और कास्ट भी है जो बहुत बड़ा कास्ट है, अच्छा कास्ट है. नसीर भाई का बेटा, लिरिट दुबे जी का बेटी. तो ये सब गेम बहुत बड़ा है, एंड आई थिंक इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ फैंटास्टिक फिल्म. आई एम हैप्पी टू बी हियर. ये है कि एक 23 साल का बच्चे ने डायरेक्ट किया, वो देखना है.